So Mike Huckabee was at some sort of town hall event, and a guy named Rod Weber caught him on camera here in a really interesting back and forth. This is a good conversation that they have. Now, Rod Weber, I don't know if he's playing a role here and he's pretending to be religious, but he's not religious, or if he actually is religious and he just recorded this. But he's going to ask Mike some very difficult questions. Now, most of the questions I left out, but you can go and see the entire video on your own. I'll leave a link in the description box. But the part that you're about to see here is Rod Weber and Huckabee going back and forth about a specific verse in the Bible, and notice how Mike Huckabee handles the question when he can't directly answer the question. Take a look.
Do you think there's any such thing as a life that doesn't have value? Is there such a thing?
Absolutely not. I'm a vegetarian. I don't believe in eating animals for that reason.
All right.
And also, I grow the beard because it's a sin to shave. You shave, and this is what the Bible says.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Leviticus, there's more passages about shaving being a sin than there is about homosexuality.
Okay, I think there were three things you wanted to ask me about. One was the poor.
You did a follow-up, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's move to the next
one. The second one was
Revelation 11:18, which is about environmentalism.
I'm a conservationist. I believe that God made the heavens and the earth. It's His. Doesn't belong to me.
The most hilarious and obvious dodge of all time. So beforehand, they go back and forth, and you didn't see this here, but Huckabee's kind of holding his own in the sense that the guy says, hey, the Bible's against murder. Are you for the death penalty? Hey, this is in the Bible. Why don't you believe in that? He's like quoting Jesus parts where Jesus is like, love the poor, give them money and shit, bro. And Huckabee's like, well, that's one interpretation. Here's my interpretation. And he's holding his own. He's like jousting mentally back and forth. Like, I know quotes of the Bible that back up my position, and you know ones that are the opposite. So, cherry pick contest all day long. So they're going back and forth. And then he hits him with that. He's like, look, man, I believe so much in the Bible that that's why I don't shave. That's why I got this ZZ Top beard I'm rocking right here. Don't question me. I know what I believe, and I'm actually acting in accordance with the Bible much more than you are. Why do you shave? And what did he do? Neo from the Matrix. Oh, can't answer, must dodge. Don't know how to answer. What was the other question you asked? He's like, you brought up three things. Poverty, this, and the... What was that? Let's move on to the next thing so I can't answer this. I missed that part of the Bible? What? No, but see, that's exactly why you're pathetic, Mike, is that you'll judge gay people all day long based on a passage in Leviticus from the Old Testament. You'll say, homosexuality is immoral, we shouldn't allow gay marriage, because of this, it's in the Bible. It's not me speaking, it's God speaking, end of the conversation. You have to listen to God, you have to abide by God, lest you go to hell. I'm trying to save you. That's what he would argue. But when he's pointing at the same part of the Bible in Leviticus, where it says you can't shave, it's an abomination in the eyes of God to shave your face or get a haircut. Mike Huckabee gets them all the time. He's clean cut, tries to look like a good Republican. Ooh, yes, I'm respectable. I have no facial hair. Take me seriously. Well, then you just slap God in the face, you dipshit. See, that's the problem, is you're not consistent. And it all goes back to what we're doing here is dueling cherry picking. I cherry pick the happy parts of the Bible, which have a liberal message, while I cherry pick the conservative parts of the Bible, which show that God's a dick. And they just go back and forth. And this is why I think it makes perfect sense to not be religious. Because it's not logical to be religious. Even if you're a Christian that believes in all the good parts of Christianity, even if you're a Muslim that believes in all the good parts of Islam, against racism, pro-charity, things like that. Well, you're still cherry-picking to meet your own ideology, even if you're one of the good ones, essentially. So I'm not going to ban them from believing in their religion and being part of the community and all that stuff. Of course not, that'd be ridiculous. But, would I proactively try to convince people that it makes more sense to be non-religious so that they're not twisting themselves into intellectual pretzels to defend this ridiculous thing that they have no business defending? Yes, of course I'm going to do that part of it. So, anyway, Mike, God hates you. You're going to go to hell because you shaved your face. By the way, you're wearing a mix of two different fabrics as well. That's another abomination in the eyes of God, but you don't know that either. All you want to do is hate gays, so you cherry-pick that part and argue that part. Also, shellfish. Everybody knows that part now. You're not allowed to eat shrimp. You're not allowed to eat crab. You're not allowed to eat lobster. If you ever had, you're going to hell, buddy. Sorry, hate to tell you. Did you know that Catholics, they have a tradition where on Christmas Eve, they eat fish? They eat shellfish? Did you guys not read this book that you say you believe? It says don't do it. Tattoos, body piercings. Not that Mike Huckabee has those. He doesn't. But that also, so you're on a, when you become president, you're going to ban all tattoo shops, ban all barber shops, ban all places where you can get your ears pierced or any body piercings. It's in the Bible. You have to do it. And finally, dude, women aren't allowed to teach men anything in the Bible. When you become president, are you going to ban all female teachers? You'd have to do that to be consistent, but you're not going to be consistent. You're going to cherry pick the parts of the Bible that suit your own conservative ideology, and you're going to disregard the rest. The same thing that all religious people do, whether they're good people or they're bad people, which shows why religion is absolutely, fundamentally, inherently ridiculous, and it makes sense to not be religious.